missed it because of some other official work. So just I want to compensate that. So what we shall do is we learn something in the no, first hour, and we'll apply that in the second hour, try to solve some problems and try to involve in the process of learning. Okay. So I think that would be better. And then if you at any point of time if you are finding any difficulty in understanding, if you have any doubt, you can always unmute your mic and give me attention, and you can always ask me. Okay. It should be good if we have an interactive class. Okay. So all of you can't speak at once because of the limitation. So what you do is whoever is having any doubt, they can always no interrupt me, and you can always get it clarified. Otherwise, at the end of the session also, you can ask me the doubts, we can have the clarification. And first and foremost, I just want to again confirm one of.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Am I audible, ma? Am I audible?
Ma'am, your voice is low, ma'am.
Voice is low, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now also? Okay, then give me 1 minute time. I'll just try to change the mic. Okay. Yeah, last class
Yes,
also
ma'am.
somebody told me. I'll just try to change the mic. Give me a minute, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
reply someone.
Yes, sir. It's audible.
So it's not louder, somebody was telling.
Someone.
Is it audible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Is it louder enough?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we shall start with. Actually, in the previous class, what we have learned is what is basically a system. A quick recap, okay? By the time everybody joins, okay? What is a system? We have understood. And we also try to understand what is an open loop system. Okay, what is an open loop system? An example of that we have dealt with. What is a closed loop system? An example of this also we try to analyze. Okay, we have done that. And basically, we looked at the components of a closed loop control system with an example. Components of a loop control system. Taken an example of you driving a vehicle with the desired speed. Okay. And then we realized that the components basically consist of detector. The input of an error detector will be the set point or the reference input or the desired input, whatever we say. There is a negative feedback. When I say negative feedback, you remember here, you can identify here. For the error detector, I am
Excuse me,
taking the-
ma'am. Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, yes.
Ma'am, your voice has become low again.
Now?
Yeah, now it's fine, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now, when you look at the error detector, the input is negative for this error detector. Okay, fine. Then you should be having a controller. In some textbooks, it will be mentioned as a controller, and some textbooks, it will be mentioned as a control element. So let us take it as a control element, okay, or controller, doesn't matter. And then the output of the control element is connected to the plant or the process or the industry which you want to control the parameter. Part of it is fed back, as we say, it is a negative feedback. So we have a feedback element. Laplace in S domain. Put the conventional symbol which will be used for the output representation. R of S is the input in the S domain. Supposing that if you want to represent it in the time domain, then it would be representing something, let's say R of T, that is in time domain, R is the input. C of T is the output in time domain. So please try to realize that whatever we are trying to do the analysis, we are trying to do it in the S domain. So only we generally write it as R of S and C of S. Supposing that will we consider the time domain things, then we'll say it as R of T and C of S. So quick recap showed you that the basic components or the error detector, control element which will convert the error signal into the actuating signal for the plant to control the desired parameter, and then the feedback element will be measuring the parameter of interest and comparing it with the set point in the error detector. So this is a typical process flow. Okay. I gave you one assignment, one task to all of you to try looking at some of the day-to-day examples which will come across and try to identify what are the error detector, what is the control element, or what is a controller, and what is the plant or the process, what is the feedback element, and what is the parameter that you want to control. I ask you to do some small exercise. Could anybody do it or no one has done it? We know, please. Anybody worked on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I assume that those who have done has definitely understood something. They could able to map it. Can I guess that you could able to map it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So those who have not done, I again request you to please go through the content, try to understand it with the example, whatever I have taught in the class. Okay. So think of the things which you are coming across in day-to-day life and try to build it as a control system with the error detector, control element, the process under control. What is the output variable you want to monitor? What is the feedback element? Okay. So all that you try to do it. Okay. You should able to do it. That only then you can say that you have understood something about the control system. So that is a basic thing. Now coming back to the say what I can say is the types of systems. Okay. What are the different types of systems that we can have? Okay. Classification of the control systems, I can say. So let us look at what are the various types of systems that will exist. Okay. And how do we find out what is what, which system is of what type? Okay. So basically, we have the systems which are classified as linear and non-linear systems. Linear and non-linear systems. That means it understood that when I'm talking about linear and non-linear systems, it is linear control systems and non-linear control systems. Because when it is having a control parameter, it is a control system. Then also another class is linear time variant systems and time invariant systems. Linear time variant systems, okay, linear time invariant systems. Another class of systems are continuous systems and discrete systems or digital systems. Continuous systems and this is all known to you because you have studied all these things in the signals and systems as well. Systems. Also, we have something called lumped parameter or lumped elements system. Distributed parameter systems. So when I look at the classification of the control systems, I can say broadly they are classified as linear and non-linear systems, linear time variant and linear time invariant systems, okay, continuous systems and discrete systems, lumped parameter systems and distributed parameter systems. Can I hear from any one of you that you have heard about these systems in signals and systems? Vishnu Charan?
Yes, ma'am.
You have you learned about these things in signals and systems?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, only continuous
Not
system
yet.
and discrete system.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. No problem. Just to have an understanding, right? Don't worry about it. So
Hmm.
now what we do is, let us try to understand what is a linear system, what is a non-linear system. That is one aspect of it. Then let us try to find out if a system is given to us, how do we evaluate or how do you test whether it is linear or non-linear? Fine. So for this to understand, for whatever I am teaching, for you people to understand, I want the participation from each and every one of you actively, okay? Because you are attending the class, I want you to understand and gain the content, what I am trying to present to you, okay? Because you have come to attend the class, you have to utilize it to understand, okay? Now, tell me, according to your understanding, whatever you feel, whatever you guess, whatever you assume, Can anyone tell me what is a linear system? Can anyone tell me what is a linear system?
There is a linear relationship between input and output.
Charan, correct. A system which has got a linear relation between the input and output can be thought of as a linear system. Okay. And applying this in a different way for the nonlinear system, the relation between input and output in a system which is not linear is a nonlinear system. Okay, for our understanding. Okay. Aditya Venkateshwaran,
Yes, ma'am.
you just tell me, okay, whatever you do, maybe let us say if you go home late or if you went to watch a movie, let us say, okay, you don't take it very seriously. It is only for discussion, okay, for every one of us to understand. Supposing that you had gone to a movie or if you gone home late or you have not done the task given by your mother to you, okay, let us say. Can you expect the response, how she reacts? How your mom will react for your deed, whatever you have done. You had gone for a movie without telling her, or you have come late without informing her, or you have not done the task, whatever she has assigned to you. Maybe she asked you to pay the bill. You have not paid the bill because you were busy. Whatever could be the reason. Can you tell me how she reacts? Can you guess?
She'll be angry.
She'll be angry, but that you can guess, no? She'll be angry.
Yes.
And she might not talk to you. She might scold you. Can you guess what should be her response? Just can you guess what mom will do to you?
She'll shout.
She'll shout. So that's you have an idea, right? When something was assigned to you and you have not done, or you have done something without informing her, you definitely guess that mom will shout at you. Okay, right? That is one scene.
Yes.
The other scene, okay? You are coming to the classes and you don't know your HOD, that's me. You don't know what is my nature. You don't know how I react to the behavior of the students. You don't know about me, let us say. I'll take Aditya Venkateshwar only as example. Let us say you don't know anything about my responses and reactions towards the students, okay? Same thing is the case. I have given you an assignment, you have not done. And you have come to the class very late, okay, let us say. So if some situations which are disappointing the teacher, okay, who is unknown to you at the first instance, can you correctly guess what would be the reaction of the teacher to you?
If I come late, she won't let me in the class.
Okay.
And if I don't submit my assignment on time, she won't accept my assignment at a later point as well, and I'll lose out on marks.
Okay, so that is the general assumption which every teacher might do it, right? It is not only me. You take any teacher, if you go to the class late, the teacher might send you out of the class. And if you don't do the assignment, she might not give you the marks, or she will not again allow you to attend the class. So this is some prediction. You can assume something and it might happen. Fine. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So now these two examples of guessing something and happening the same thing. See, you say that if I go late, ma'am won't allow me or sir won't allow me. If I don't do the assignment, they won't give me the marks. It is a known to you. It is a guessed model which is working. Same is the case. You know the behavior of mom and you know that all of you, okay? It is not only Aditya, I'm just generalizing it. If you know about your mom and you did something, you know that she shouts at you, that is also known to you. Now tell me, is it an example of a linear system or a non-linear system?
It's linear because we are able to predict what will happen.
Yes. You know what is the input you had given and you know what is the output is expected from the other person. It is a predictable one and it happens linearly. And if you do it regularly like this, the peaking, the shouting will go to the peaks, right? That is also known. The more the mistake you do, the more shoutings, right? So it is an example of a linear system. Fine. Now, if you want to go for a shopping, okay? And it is a sunny day. Today you want to go for a shopping. Okay. After the class, you want to go for a shopping, buy certain things. Okay. Everything is fine. The shop where you want to purchase is near to your house. You can go by walk. Okay. Let us say. But then suddenly when you started working, suddenly it rained. Can you predict the rainfall that particular point of time and before going to the shop? Right now, I don't know, isn't it? Right now, you don't know. Now the weather is fine. There is no guesses. There is no weather forecast that it will rain. But you went to do the shopping. Suddenly it rained. Okay. So which is unexpected. So do you say it is a linear system or a non-linear system?
It's non-linear because we are not able to predict the output here.
So suddenly when you go out and it rain and which is unexpected, the behavior is not linear. So we can say the raining suddenly is an example of a non-linear system. Suddenly it becomes cold. Suddenly some tsunami has happened, which is unknown to us, right? The response is unknown to us. It is non-linear. Whereas a linear system, you know the input, you know the output. So, and the variation of the input to versus goes in a linear way, in a predictable linear way, then we say it is a linear system. Okay. Now, supposing that you, somebody else. Now, Aditya, thank you very much for your participation and making others to understand. I guess, let me know in the chat box. How many of you have understood perfectly about the linear system with the discussion what we have done with involvement of Aditya? In the chat box, put your name. Yes. Put your name. No. Okay. If you have followed what a linear system is, put your names in the chat box with S. If you have not followed, write your names and say no. I have not mentioned S or no. S, Ananya, S, Krishna, S, Nikhil, Mallikarjun, Nihal, Ashita, Shwal, Rajkiran, Shri, Sha, Tanish, Thank you, Ma. Thank you for your input saying that you have followed. Even Akshay Chaturvedi also says yes. I'm happy for that. Now, can you give me any example, whatever with this understanding, can any one of you give me an example of a linear system and an example of a non-linear system? It's open to you. See, whether you are correct or not, don't bother. Because you have understood something, try to project it. What is that you have understood? And for an example of a linear system, what is that you have understood something as a non-linear system? Okay. Your day-to-day life, whatever you are facing across, coming across, looking at, observing at, any one of you. Who is interested to tell? No one? Any one of you, please. Akanksha, can you give a try?
Ma'am, is the best example linear system.
Prajwal, yes, Prajwal, very good. Tell me, Prajwal.
Ma'am, linear system, washing machine is the best example for a linear system, ma'am. It was a particular
Washing machine.
time.
Yes. So how do you say it is a linear system according to your understanding for a particular time?
Ma'am, it washes, ma'am.
So for a given amount of time, whatever you had given the load and you switched it on, and it will complete the wash process and gives you the completion of the wash process. It's a linear system. You know that how it behaves and what it will. Correct. Wonderful. Example of a non-linear system? That's Prajwal. Very good. Good example for a linear system. Fine. So I'm happy with that. Can anyone give an example of a non-linear system? You should able to speak, ma. See, then only you'll know that what you are thinking is correct or not, whatever your understanding is correct or not, and others also will understand it properly, because I can always give the examples and I can always explain. That's not an issue. But all the time only me talking, it is monotonous, right? If you people speak, then your friends will like to listen to that, and they'll like to share, they like to add value to that, and they'll also start thinking in the similar lines. No, that helps no, for learning process. That's why I'm asking you people to involve. Instead of listening continuously from me, only talking, that's not very...
And traffic signals, ma'am.
Traffic, Dheeraj. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Dheeraj, how is a traffic signal? Is it an example of linear or non-linear?
It's an example for linear, ma'am. Like if the light displayed in the screen is red, we know that we have to stop. And if the screen is displayed in green, we know that we have to go. Like that.
Yes, that is true. But I can also add one more line to this with respect to your statement only. In a traffic signal, you know that when you see the red light, you know that next one would be green. You know that. This is a linear prediction, right? After green, there should be something. So you know the sequence of operations which would happen, and that is more predictable. And there is a relation between the input and output. You can guess what is going to happen. Okay. Good,
Yes,
Dheeraj.
ma'am.
Good contribution.
Ma'am,
Very
signal
good.
conditioning circuits, ma'am.
Who is
Like
this?
amplifier.
Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi. Tell me,
Vaishnavi, ma'am.
Vaishnavi.
Ma'am, amplifiers and filters, ma'am. We know that if we give low input signal, amplifiers will amplify the output.
Yes. So that means the gain of the amplifier, whatever you had kept it, whatever input you give, it is getting amplified by that gain. It is a linear system, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you are trying to say, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good. Very good. See, suppose I'm riding my bike on the road, and suddenly I met with an accident. Okay. Is it an example of a linear system or a non-linear system?
Non-linear.
It is a non-linear system, because I never expect that I'll meet with an accident, right? I'll think that I'll travel safely, I'll reach my destination safely. That's what my thought, and I'll be going accordingly. Suddenly somebody comes and hits me. I really don't expect it, right? So it is a non-linear nature, and suddenly it happens without my knowledge, and it is all of a sudden, right? I can't predict, right? So I think with this one or two examples, you can try to understand that linear systems are the one whose output depends upon the input, and the variation will be in a linear fashion. Okay. And the nonlinear systems are the one you don't know when the instance happens and what is the response that you can experience for the given input. Okay. Sometimes the typical examples are falling rainfall on a particular sunny day at a particular time, which we don't even expect. Suddenly I go for a shopping, especially in Bengaluru. If I go for a shopping, suddenly it rains and no, all the time I have to keep an umbrella with me. I don't know when it rains, something like that. So it is very unpredictable, which is non-linear. And also I'm traveling, I would have met with an accident. It is a non-linear effect for me. It is a non-linear system. The system of meeting an accident is a non-linear system. When it will happen, I really don't know how it will happen. Suddenly it would have happened. And also me, becoming faint. I'm all the time healthy, fine, I'm fine. Suddenly something happens, some food I ate, and immediately there is a food poison, and then no, I have got giddiness and I fell down. It has happened suddenly. So it is a non-linear system. For example, I got a fever and I know that I'm straining a lot. I'm taking more classes and I'm reading more. My temperature will increase, my body stress will increase because it is a linear system. I know that I have fever. I'm executing more stress. So the output, the effect onto my body is also linearly increasing. I think with these few examples, I have given you a little idea about what a linear system is, what a non-linear system is. This is all talking about it in no, verbally understanding it. But being a control system, what we are talking about a technical subject, we have to know how to deal it with mathematically. Okay. So this way we'll go and describe each and every system verbally first, then try to describe the evaluation of the system, whether it is linear or non-linear, with mathematical help, okay, or with the help of mathematics. So let us now quickly go to the mathematical aspect of finding how to find whether a system is linear or not. Okay, so that is what let us now try to understand. So what I say is how to test whether the system is linear or not. How to test. Please, at any point of time you have any issues, please interrupt me. Okay. How to test whether a system is linear or another example of nonlinear system also I can say. See, I started giving a presentation to you through Cisco WebEx from my house using my internet, everything. Suddenly the power cut was there. Okay. Then I have never thought of this power cut. Okay. Then even I thought that I have an UPS. Okay. But suddenly my UPS also broke down because the batteries were having a problem. So what has happened? There was no power. There was no battery charge in my system. There was no UPS. The modem was not working. There is no internet. I cannot establish the link with you people and I could not continue my class. So all this has happened suddenly without my knowledge. It is a non-linear effect because I don't know that there will be a power cut when I'm taking my class. Even if it is a power cut is there, I would have assumed, suppose power cut happens, what should be the thing? I would be thinking in myself that I have a UPS, it will support me. But I was not knowing that my UPS battery has gone very bad and it has also got down, broke down. Then because of these two things, which is mutually effective, it is having an effect on my broadband modem. Modem was not working. There was no internet. So there was no communication at all. That is another example of a nonlinear system. Now coming back to the, say, x of t. T when I'm talking, it is time domain. Okay. System. It may be a filter. It can be anything. Okay. Then it gives me an output y of t. This is a basic understanding. Now, for us to test whether the system is linear, example of it's understood that a nonlinear system doesn't support or doesn't follow most important. Say an example and we'll thing. Anyone who is talking about a linear system has to understand that linear systems obey superposition theorem, whereas nonlinear systems does not obey superposition theorem. That is the first most thing. Okay. Now, coming back to this, when I have a system system with an input xt and having an output yt, and to check whether the system is linear or not, I have to check so I need a system whether or not you also would be trying to do it because it's a basic content in your signals and systems topic. Okay, so that would be dealt separately, but for the control systems whatever is required I'll try to tell you and try to understand that. Okay, so if suppose a system is given with an input of xt and whose output is yt, and you know the equation for the system, then you have to check whether the system is linear or not. For that, you have to check the two things. One is law of additivity and the other one is law of homogeneity. If both of them are satisfied, then we say that the system is linear. If any one of them is not satisfied, either one is satisfied, two is not satisfied, or one is not satisfied and two is satisfied. If any one of them is not satisfied, say that the system is not. Okay? Remember, for a system to be linear, to check whether the system is linear or not, we have to check the two conditions. One is law of additivity and law of homogeneity. If these two are satisfied, then we say that the system is linear. If any one of them is not satisfied, that means both of them are not satisfied, and if any one of them is not satisfied, so either LOA or LOH is not satisfied, then we say that the system is linear. This is the important thing to be remembered. Now, how do we check LOA? What is LOA? What is LOH? Let us try to see. Okay. Then we'll know what you say. We'll find out each and every term. Okay. What is superposition? With an example, what is the law of additivity? How do we check it? What is law of homogeneity? How do we check it? And finally, how do you say that the system is linear or not? Okay. Back to this. Starting with the same thing. If I have a system with an input, the basic assumption, if I have a system with a basic input as xt, I would be having the output of yt. That is the thing. So check for the, to check for the I'm giving you the diagrammatic representation to remember. System. instead of giving the input as xt, given the input as obviously x1t, the output. Similarly, instead of the input x of t, I would have given it as x2t. It is something like that. If xt is the temperature, I would have given x1t as 10 degrees, x2t as 20 degrees, different inputs and different outputs. I would be definitely getting it, right? It is something like that. Think that I have x2t as an input. Fine. What would be my output expected? Output would be y2t corresponding to input x1t. y1t is the output. To x2t, output is y2t. Summing amp. This is also plus, this is also plus. What would be my signal? It would be y1t, y2t. What is that I have done here? Nothing. I know that the system with an input xt has an output yt. In order to check for the law of additivity, what I have done, I have given input as x1t and labeled output as y1t. I have given input as x2t, labeled output as y2t. Okay, I have to do some process in order to check that. So what is the process I did? I got y1t, I got y2t with the input x1t and x2t. Then I have to get the summation of it, which is y1t plus y2t. Because I have to, when I have to check something, I have to follow some process, right? That process I am giving you here. So we have to apply for any given system equation. Take x1t is another summing amplifier adding two inputs. What are the inputs? One is x1t, one is x1t, and other one is x2t, which I have tapped it from the signal level. Fine. x1t and x2t. When I have added them, I am going to get here at the output. Obviously, it is a summation, right? There is no doubt in this. There should not be any problem in understanding this. This is my to a system. Instead of giving a single input, I have added the two inputs, x1 and x2. Then I'm going to get some output, which is called y dash t. All I say that law of additivity is satisfied y1t y y dash t satisfied. It is. So this thing you have to remember. If you have a system with an equation xt and you have to find out whether the system is linear or not, you have to do two things. What are those two things? You have to find out whether the system is satisfying LOA and you have to find whether the system is satisfying LOH. How do you check whether the system is following LOA? You find out y1 with input x1. You find out y2 with input x2. So get y1t plus. Also, you find out the output y dash t for the input x1t plus x2. I have given the two input at once here. I have given two inputs differently. Okay, 10 plus 20 degrees I had given here, added, and what is the output? In this case, what I did, I have added 10 plus 20, 30 only as an input I had given it, and I tried to find out. Okay. So if y dash t is equal to y1t plus y2t, then I say that LOA is satisfied. The second thing, what is that I have to check for? I have to check for the law of homogeneity. Fine. So this you have to remember. What is that I have done? I'm again read. Maybe I'm repeatedly telling you might feel bored, but you have to remember that you have to find the output y1t plus y2t, okay, with the inputs x1t and x2t. With x1t output is y1t, with x2t output is y2t. So to find out y1 plus y2t, that is one thing. Then what you have to do is give the input as x1t plus x2t at once to the system and find the output y dash t. Then check whether these two are equal. If that is the thing, LOA is satisfied. Now let us try to find out how do we find out the condition of LOH. Okay, that also let us see. For the system with the input xt and output yt, how do we check LOH? Okay, I'm just repeating the same thing in place of LOA. Now I try to find out this, how to check the of homogeneity. In order to understand, it is better to have a diagrammatic way. See, I need not have to draw the diagram, but I have drawn it so as to make you understand that what is that I am trying to do there. Okay. So I have my system, the input. This is the basic thing, what is available with us. Fine. Then it above. Output. Okay. Parallelly, K is applied and multiplied with K. Is not satisfied, then we say that the system is. Take 2 minutes. Okay. Just go through this, whatever I have said. LOA. What did I do for LOA? Check for LOH. What did I do for LOH? What is that I am trying to compare for the LOA and LOH? Okay. Y dash T is Y12 plus Y2T. Okay. What is Y dash T? Y dash T is the output with X replaced by X12 plus X2T. So if that is satisfied, LOA is satisfied. The condition 2, if y dash t is k times yt, okay, satisfied, then LOH is satisfied. And if both 1 and 2 are satisfied, we say that the system is linear. You please go through it for 5 minutes. Try to understand what is that we are trying to do. Okay. Then we'll take one simple problem. Okay. Apply it and find whether the system is linear or not. Take 2 minutes. Or take 4 minutes, 9:56 to 10. You just go through it. What is that I have done for the checking of LOA and LOH, and how do we go about it? Please understand it. Okay. I have given you block diagram representation to understand the process. Okay. When you are checking it, you need not have to do the block diagram. You only have to understand. What is that you have to understand? First, I have to find the output y1 with input x1. I have to find output y2 with input x2. Then I have to add y1 plus y2. That is step 1. What I have to do? I have to replace input with x1 plus x2 and find output y dash t. So this equation 3 is same as equation 2. Then I say the system is LO, satisfying LOA. Then come to the second testing. Multiply the output by a factor k. Okay, that is scaling the output by k. You get the equation. Then multiply the input by k and find the output y dash t. Compare this y dash t with k times of yt. Is it same or is it different? If it is same, LOH is satisfied. So if LOA and LOH are satisfied, the system is linear. Again, let me know how many of you are present here. Please let me know. Be done for LOH. From the diagrammatic representation, whatever I have given, the equations, whatever I have given, as far as that is concerned, are you clear about it? Or is there any ambiguity? If it is S, say S. If it is no, say no. If you say no, with the example, I think it will be clarified. If you say yes, with the example, it will be more added up. That's all. Okay. There is nothing wrong if you don't understand. There is no, not to be worried. We can always try to understand and go ahead. Every one of you to contribute this yes or no. Thus, I just want you to be little divert your mind. Let it not be monotonic and let it not be only into it. Pankaj, yes. Ananya, yes. Tanish, yes. Now, quickly within 2 minutes, because you responses from those who are really active and those who have not given, I feel that they are not active. Okay, maybe it is 10, no? So let me not extend now. So let us take 10 minutes break. Okay, at 10:10, you please rejoin back. Okay, let us take one or two examples and try to understand it. It's very interesting, right? So you just take a break and come back at 10:10.